They have a presentation they want to make to us, which will be very important in terms of, then we'll have the representative from the State Department for Devolution, will, and then before we go to the highlights of the foreign policy, we'll invite the country program and then a plenary. So, the Prime Cabinet Secretary and Dr. Masali Mudavadi, the colleagues from the State Department for Foreign Affairs, this morning extend our deepest appreciation to you all. Thank you, Your
And one of the issues that kept on disturbing me was that Kenya's foreign policy was foreign to Kenyans. It was alien. Hence, my persistency in actually saying that we need to have a review and have broader consultation with critical players in Kenya's political landscape, economic landscape, the social landscape, and you cannot now wish away devolution and the county governments. In fact, I hope we will be able to do some very basic things when the technical team eventually presents some graphics around Kenya's maps. There should be the national map in this document, but there should also be another map that clearly shows the counties that we have in this country, so that we shall be embedding graphically a very clear position that this is Kenya, and Kenya is composed of 47 counties. To me, it may look simple, but it is a very strong message that needs to go out. We must find convergence on national interests, some of which you have alluded to. There are constitutional provisions, there is public interest, but what is the convergence in terms of national interests between the national government and the county governments? That must be properly defined so that we can move together.
It is important for counties to be able to find their space in this foreign policy.
Your Excellency, I was looking at the 2014 policy instrument, which is the one we are reviewing. 4 years after the enactment of the 2010 Constitution, when that document was enacted, it mentions counties only once. In a document that is about 70 pages, counties are mentioned one in the final pages of the policy document. And it mentions counties with regard to implementation of the policy without any detail. So one would argue that the 2014 policy pays very scant respect to the idea of counties. And what we have done at the State Department, pursuant to that proposition, of course, Your Excellency, is to establish a directorate that we call liaison. It's a directorate in charge of parliamentary and county liaison.
To finalize the mediation process, Their Excellencies directed the mediation team to reconvene and resolve any outstanding issues within 2 weeks. The heads of state agreed to secure regional endorsement of the Tumaini initiative and to urge IGAD to mobilize resources and goodwill of the international community, including the Troika and other countries, to enable full implementation of the initiatives. On bilateral relations, Their Excellencies noted that Kenya and South Sudan share strong historical ties built on fraternal bonds and are committed to bolstering these bilateral relations. In this regard, they agreed on the convening of the second session of the Joint Commission for Cooperation, JCC, hosted by South Sudan, to review the progress made on agreed areas of cooperation. On infrastructure, and particularly the construction of the 11-kilometer Nandapal to Nakadok road, the two heads of state noted that it is a vital cross-border infrastructure, crucial for enhancing trade and movement between our two countries. The road will not only benefit our economies, but also strengthen the ties between our two countries. It was noted that Kenya had secured World Bank financing facility, which was set to expire on the 8th of November 2024. In order to avoid the lapse, the two heads of state directed the ministers responsible for roads to undertake discussions immediately with the World Bank Regional Office in Nairobi and to agree on the way forward, done on this day of 6th November 2024 in Juba, South Sudan.
Joint communique on the occasions of the official visit to Juba by His Excellency William Ruto on the 6th of November 2024. At the invitation of His Excellency Salva Kiir Mayar, President of the Republic of South Sudan, His Excellency William Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, made an official visit to South Sudan, during which the two heads of states held high-level bilateral discussions in Juba on the 6th of November 2024. The discussion focused on bilateral issues of mutual interest. These discussions were also held in a friendly atmosphere, during which the two presidents recalled the deep historical bonds of friendship. His Excellency, President of the Republic of Kenya, was honored to host a negotiation between the Artigono and Whole South Group to the Access Peace Agreement. The two heads of states commended the constructive dialogue among the diverse parties to initiate towards a tangible outcome. Their Excellencies appreciated the parties and had reached an agreement on 9 protocols which have been initial so far.
A little bit.
Extend.